Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We have a data download for you today for the 21st of August. As always, I'll leave the legend that is Proton's link down in the description. Not a very big data download today, that's what she said, but we've got some good stuff coming. So we have app update 5.29. The overall game is going to be or has been updated. We're also getting brand new World Tournament Awakenings and EZAs. We're getting Infinite Dragon Ball History Stage 37, so some free stones to start building up and saving for Tanabata, which should be here in about a week's time, I'm pretty sure. We've also got Union Master, which is a brand new event that is going to be dropping as well. We've got World Tournament 59, an event and stage that everyone, of course, always loves. Proton battle number 42. So I said not a whole lot coming, but we do have a World Tournament Awakening for the DB Yamcha, EZAs for the likes of Kale and Caulifla. The Infinite Dragon Ball stage is 37 against female tournament participants. Union Master has 4 stages, and for stage 1 you're going to need 3 Fuse Fighters. For stage 2 you're going to need 5 Fuse Fighters. Stage 3 is 3 Hybrid Saiyans, and stage 4 is 5 Hybrid Saiyans. I wonder how much of a challenge that new event is actually going to be. I wonder if it's going to be brand new, like super hard difficulty, hardest event in the game, or are we just looking at, you know, kind of just standard difficulty events that we usually get in Dokkan. So in terms of the update from 5.29, the things that has changed has adjusted certain user interfaces on the summon screen. The summons X available pop-up displayed on summon buttons will be optimized. The schedule to be applied starting with summons that will become available in late August. So I've seen a lot of talk about this and I'm in 100% agreement. So this change has been made and will be applied starting with summons available in late August, which says we are going to get a banner at the very end or very near the end of August, which is indicating that we are going to get the Tanabata banners at the end of this month when these brand new changes from the app update will be applied. So we've got about a week or so to save, so you better start saving those stones and save up quickly because we don't have a lot of time. Ain't no rest for the wicked. We've also got adjusted the speed of the super attack animations played in the Scouter section. When playing super attack animations in the Scouter section, the animations will always play at standard speed, and then adjusted other user interfaces and also fixed some bugs. So kind of your standard procedure update, but this one here is quite a big one considering these changes will be applied at the end of the month, suggesting that we'll be getting a brand new banner near the end of the month or at the end of the month in late August, which can only point to Tanabata. I don't see Dokkan dropping like a filler-esque banner right at the end of the month, just as we're about to get Tanabata. So it does look like that's going to be coming at the very end of August. And then in terms of scheduling, here are the World Tournament Awakenings and EZAs, which we're going to go through their details now. So starting with Yamcha on Super Attack, will greatly raise attack and defense by 50% and have a 50% chance to stun. He's starting with 200% attack and defense, a 50% chance to dodge and also crit. And then per tournament participant or Turtle School category allied on the team, you will gain 50% attack and defense, which goes up to an extra 250 in total. Then when there is another tournament participants or Turtle School category ally attacking in the same turn, Yamcha will gain Ki +4, chance to evade by 20% and guaranteed additional super. So already from a World Tournament Dokkan Awakening, we have a total of 450% attack and defense, a total under the right conditions of 70% chance to dodge, 50% chance to crit, and then a guaranteed additional super. Now, for a free-to-play World Tournament EZA, or Dokkan Awakening, should I say, not even an EZA yet, we're looking at a Dokkan Awakening. He's looking really solid, and we're not even done yet. So when attacking with 12 or more Ki, that's another 200% attack and defense. When HP is 86% or more, 200% defense and 20% damage reduction. Then when HP is 86% or less, that's an extra 200% attack and a 50% chance to crit. So if things do start to get, I wouldn't even say techie, you just lose a bit of health. Because 86% really isn't too difficult to get down to. Yamcha will then have guaranteed crit, which is very nice indeed, especially if you're getting the guaranteed additional as well. I'm not gonna lie, again, for a free-to-play World Tournament EZA, overall to me, he looks quite solid. Is he anything special? Absolutely not. But he looks quite solid for a free-to-play Dokkan Awakening. Not too bad, Dokkan, not too bad. Then we have the first of the World Tournament EZAs, starting with Kale. She's going to stack attack by 50% and then stack defense by 20%, which is very nice indeed. She'll cause supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. She starts the turn with 260 attack and defense, and then Universe 6 or Peppy Girls category units will gain Ki plus 2 and 40% attack and defense, and Pure Saiyans category allies 20% attack and defense. So any essentially Kale and Caulifla units, Universe 6, and then Peppy Girl units are also Pure Saiyans. We're getting a total of Ki plus 2 and 60% attack and defense. So some very nice support and some very solid stacking. When there's an ally whose name includes Caulifla on the team, 160 defense, 70% chance to guard, and a guaranteed additional. Then when there's an ally whose name includes Caulifla attacking in the same turn, she'll have guaranteed guard. I was going to say, I'm really hoping she just doesn't have 70% chance to guard attached to a condition. But the fact that she does have guaranteed guard as well, better. I think I can say and stand with everyone that we all absolutely despise chances to guard. So the fact that she can get guaranteed guard, great. Then for one turn from the character's entry, guaranteed additional super. And then considering she stacks, that's very nice indeed, but it's only for the one turn. Then when attacking with 12 or more Ki, 120 attack and defense. Then after performing 6 more attacks in battle, she'll have a guaranteed additional attack. There's a 70% chance to become a super attack. Not bad. Not bad. Definitely could have been better. But not bad. Not bad at all. And then we have Caulifla. She's going to have dodge. Are they going to be like very similar to the base strength and tech versions? So Caulifla will stack attack by 20%, but stack defense immediately a lot more useful than stacking attack more so over defense. Cause supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers attack. She starts with 160 attack and defense. Then per Universe 6 or Peppy Girls category ally on the team, that's another 30% attack and defense and a chance to crit by 6%. When there's an ally whose name includes KO on the team, 160 attack, 70% chance to evade, guaranteed additional super. When there's an ally whose name includes KO attacking in the same turn, she gets an extra 10% chance to dodge, taking her up to 80% chance to dodge, which is great. She's got more of the useful stack because it is defense and also 80% chance to dodge in total while having a guaranteed additional, which means 2 stacks minimum in a turn. Definitely a little bit more useful than the KO counterpart, but then they do kind of need each other or other variations of KO and Caulifla units. Then for one turn from the character's entry, she'll have 10% chance to dodge, which means on her entry, as long as she's next to a KO unit, she has almost guaranteed dodge. 90% is very nice, which is really good, but don't forget, there is a small, very, very small 10% chance she doesn't actually dodge. And sometimes it happens. Then for every attack evaded, she does get 30% attack and defense, up to 90%. That's literally only 3 dodges, which she'll be able to do no problem. Then after performing 6 or more attacks in battle, she'll also get the additional attack. There's a 70% chance to become a super attack. I think overall you can get more use out of the Caulifla compared to the Kale. But 2 free-to-play EZAs from World Tournament, they're solid. They do a pretty solid job. Then we have Anin, who on super attack will greatly raise attack and defense by 50%, cause supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lower attack. She starts with 200% attack and defense and then recovers 8% HP at the start of turn and has a 50% chance of recovering an additional 8%. 16% is not bad. I mean, it's HP recovery at the end of the day. You're not going to complain. Then Peppy Girls category allies, Ki plus 1, 60% attack and defense. Realm of Gods category allies, Ki plus 1, 60% attack and defense. And Giant Form category allies, Ki plus 1, 60% attack and defense. I'm not going to lie. There are, I think, no units in this entire game that fall under all of these categories aside from herself, which means she's going to be getting, because it doesn't say self-excluded, that means she'll be getting Ki plus 3 and 180% attack and defense, which is really good. But there are no Peppy Girls, Realm of Gods, Giant Form category units. They even branch across the 2. I don't think. I think maybe the only one is Vados. Is Vados on Pappy Girls? Not that it really matters, because realistically, where are you using Vados? But it doesn't look like Vados belongs in Pappy Girls. Yeah, so the only unit in the game that even branches into 2 of them, which funny enough, Anin branches into all 3 categories. The only unit that will benefit from all this is Anin herself. However, just singular support, key +1, 60% attack and defense, is still really good. But as I said, there are no units, I don't think, in the entire game, apart from herself, that even reach into 2 of these categories, let alone all 3. They're still good to support nonetheless. Then, when all allies attacking in the same turn are Pappy Girls or Realm of Gods or Giant Form category characters, who have a 50% chance to dodge, and a additional attack, there's a 50% chance to become a super attack. Don't like 50s. 70 would have been good. And then when attacking with 12 or more key, 150 attack and defense. When HP is 60% or more, she'll get another key +3 and 200% attack and defense, and then 30% damage reduction. Then when HP is 60% or less, she'll have a chance to evade by 30% and a 70% chance to turn into a giant form. I was going to say giant ape. There is no giant ape, just giant form. So if things do start to get a little bit techie and you drop below that 60% HP threshold, you will have a total of 80% chance to dodge with some very nice support and HP recovery. Again, for a free-to-play World Tournament EZA, she's not bad. She's quite solid. Are any of these insane and ridiculous? No, but in like lesser content, you know, maybe Super Dragon Ball, not Super Dragon Ball, Infinite Dragon Ball History or Super Battle Road ESBR under certain categories, you can actually get some use out of these EZAs. They're actually pretty good for what they are. And then when she goes into giant form, she'll have massive raised attack temporarily, cause destructive damage to the enemy. Then she'll get key +3. Then for every key 3 obtained, 100% attack and a chance to crit by 20%. Do you know what? I would have gone the full way and give her guaranteed crit, or just essentially more crit. Even though it's for every orb. So actually, to be fair, that's quite easy. So that can actually stay the same. I would have given her orb changing just to make this giant form just pop off. But again, overall, for some World Tournament EZAs and also Awakening, they're not bad units for free-to-play units, I have to say. So fair play, Dokkan. And all of these will drop tomorrow. The Yamcha, the Kale, the Caulifla, and the Anin will all drop tomorrow for me. 7:30 in the morning. For a lot of you, probably still the 21st of August this evening. So, as I said, not a whole lot coming from this, but some pretty good content along the way, and it is looking likely that we could see Tanabata start, or at least the banners drop, and the celebrations start at the end of August, or near the end of August. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.